This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. What's up, back with another one. So today I'm showing you this clip of L.A Reid settling a lawsuit with a former employee in the industry. Check this clip out.
It's a bird.
What else? What else is important? L.A Reid settled. L.A Reid settled with Drew Dixon.
Yes, he did.
This case will not be going to trial. I'm sure no one's happier than John Legend.
Word.
That's
word. Yeah, that's real. They want to get on that stand.
Who wants to go to a trial, yo?
Yeah.
I mean, victims to get justice. But I'm saying, and not even that sometimes.
Yeah,
not even that.
Who want to be in the middle?
A trial is just annoying. Everybody all in your business.
Who want to be in the middle of that? Especially when you're
rich.
No, when you're famous.
That too.
You know what I'm saying? When you're famous, don't nobody want that.
So why? I understand why L.A Reid would settle. Why get this far to settle? What do you think made him decide to settle on day one of trial or right before?
Arrogance be through the roof. They've been rich and powerful for so long. Like, even with the Cassie Puff shit, they said that they was trying to keep it on the wraps, and he was like, "Sue me." Like, what? I dare you. Like,
a lot of these have been sued before, so it's like, or the threat of suing has happened before.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've heard this story before. We make that go away until it won't go away.
Right, but the way you make it go away usually is to settle. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm with y'all. Like, I think it is part of it is like you almost have to look tough so that you don't get back down too much. You gotta be like, I don't give a take it to trial.
Some of it also might just be waiting out to see if they have enough money to afford the legal representation
to drain them,
or when, because don't correct me if I'm wrong. The attorneys have to share witnesses, information, and all of that other
discovery.
And once you get that discovery, now you like, oh.
But I think they might have had that before. I think it's just,
I think they did, yeah.
You're going up to the last minute, literally thinking, excuse me, you're going up to the last minute like, you know what? Y'all ain't gonna go through with this. Or I'm giving you this number here as a settlement offer. They'll come back before the day of because they don't want to go to trial and have to put all their personal business out there either.
That sounds
so
better.
You know what? We're gonna stall them out.
Better.
And now, they not budging.
I offered you $5 million. You don't want the $5 million.
Yeah. And then all right, you know what? Give them 6. I know they asking for 40 or something. Yeah. Give them 6. They'll take it.
I think what both of y'all are saying right now is probably correct, and I think it was a gross miscalculation for a couple of reasons. One, Drew has resources, and there are attorneys who are, particularly in this era, there are attorneys who are willing to represent
for
free or to delay. You know what I mean? There are people who are willing to make all kinds of negotiations. Yep. And also Drew's business, because the fear a lot of times of the plaintiff is like, I don't want my business out there. But Drew, with the HBO doc and other things, has been very transparent and very open about what's happened to her. So there's not that much business that she would be disclosing. All the skeletons, as it were, would be on the L.A Reid side, not on her side.
And a lot of it be fear of like blackball, etc. But that's part of what I'm suing for anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You already did that. So now you can't hurt me no other way.
Exactly.
Professionally.
And that's the arrogance, And again, I'm glad Drew got a settlement. I know she has been pushing for justice. I have a great deal of respect and admiration for her, and sympathy for her for everything she's been through.
But see, that's the part I keep having a problem with. But at some point, I would like some victim to say the money.
Word, bro.
What would the money look like on this kind of suit? Because remember,
can't get no criminal charges.
It's not a criminal charge. Like I feel you on like.
What is she alleging?
Wasn't this harassment?
It was harassment and retaliation.
And retaliation. These aren't criminal charges. These are
those were the charges.
I'm gonna.
So these are civil charges. So you ain't got. But I get your point on the bigger issue, which is sometimes people could pursue criminal suit. For example, in the Jay-Z case, right?
So for her, in this instance, the money is the justice.
Yeah, and because she's saying you did things that stopped me from working forever. You ruined my career.
I don't think we'll ever truly be at a point where we're asking for justice if we're at a point where money can be justice.
Let me just jump in real quick because moments like this always pull back the curtain on how the business really operates. Settlements, statements, and silence all become tools shaped by lawyers and business priorities more than public emotion.
See, so listen.
I think it depends on what the thing is. Let me finish this. I think it depends on what the thing is. If someone takes your money, justice is making you whole again.
Sure.
And in this case, she's saying you ruined my job and then you ruined my career, so I can't make money. So I think in that case, money is part of the justice. I know it's not the whole thing, but I think that's a big part of it. I think where it gets trickier is when someone says, you me, and I didn't call the police, I didn't notify the police, I'm pursuing a civil suit, because those two things sometimes for some people don't match. And I think I get where you're going with that. And even in that case, I still think that victims often don't get justice in the criminal system, and so they have to do that.
So look, well, yeah, that's part of what happened, because, all right, so she made the allegations in 2017. The lawsuit was filed in 2018. Sexual assault, harassment, gender-based discrimination, and retaliation. The problem is the statute of limitations. So now, because of a lot of the statute of limitations things occurred years earlier, well, the alleged acts were earlier, so they're outside New York statute of limitations. So I'm limited to what I can do. So now it's literally this is the only recourse I kind of have, which goes, it really speaks to victims willing to come forward like right as it happens, and a lot of times they don't do that.
Yeah.
So I'm limited. There's no money, because this is my only recourse at this point. You talk about years and years and years later.
Yes. It's difficult to even have this talk because this is a sensitive conversation. At this point,
yes,
you're correct.
So you're saying more
that
so
will always be the case if we don't use our voice during the time that, like, when the crime happens, and this is on any crime show, on any doc, anywhere, the longer that you wait from when the crime happens, the harder it will be to prosecute,
of course,
to convict. Like, that's with anything. That, I guess that's all I'm saying.
But what I think
at some point, I would like to see somebody that's not going to wait. And I know, to Mark's earlier points, there's always many reasons why victims don't come forward and talk. I'm not dismissing that. I would like to see just one time where it's fast action Bronson, so we can hang the that shouldn't be on the streets, that are doing the foul to the women. Great, you could wait, you were scared, you could say that, and you could do the civil suit, and you can get paid, and you may be made whole, or maybe that's part of justice later on, but, like, get off the streets.
Well, I think a lot of that, I think you'll start to see more of that, but I think a lot of it, you know, prior to Me Too, it wasn't really a lot of people willing to even come forward. A lot of these big cases we see are from 15, 20 some odd years ago, where the assaults took place. Back then, you couldn't say a word. A lot of them was like, no, we're not saying, because again, retaliation, or I'm blackballed, and I'm this, and I'm that. Nobody's going to believe me. Now I'm telling my story, and nobody else want to with me. Nowadays, it's just recent times that we're in the actually believing victims part.
Yeah, I mean,
that ain't always been the case.
What's up? So what are my thoughts about this? Here's the thing, the music and film industries are built on power, access, and ambition, and situations like lawsuits and settlements have happened for decades. When people chase advancement, some cross lines, and sometimes authority figures misuse influence, while other times accusations surface aimed at financial gain. Both realities exist, and viewers should understand how complex these environments can be. High-pressure careers attract dreamers, gatekeepers, and opportunists, all moving within systems that reward proximity to success. Settlements often happen without admissions, chosen to end distractions, protect brands, and keep businesses moving forward. That does not prove guilt, and it does not automatically discredit claims either. Context matters, timing matters, and motivations matter. Make sure to drop a comment, smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next video.